They've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Denver calls timeout. You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Gordon's checked in for Washington. Smith comes in for Ejuan Moore. Denver also making some changes. Fareed's checked in for Blair. Evans comes in for Chris Middleton. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Jeremy Lin knows that an awful lot is expected of him. He said, I'm very young in my career, and because the expectations of Linsanity are so big and the shadow is so large, sometimes I have to take a step back and remind myself the journey has just begun. It can be hard to keep things in perspective, but gentlemen, he's trying to stay grounded.
And nobody certainly will ever forget Linsanity, but it would be asking, I think, too much for Lin to be in that zone all the time. Thank you, Doris.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Evans against Smith. Lock at 6. Lopez dishes to Fareed. Kept alive. Lawson outside. Back to Fareed. There's the dish to Evans. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Evans has got 9 points.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
George with the bucket.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? He can just rise up and bang down a free ball like that. He gets such separation with the height advantage.
Here is Lawson. And he lays it straight in. He's got 5.
I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Gordon with a screen on Evans. Pass to Smith. Shoots the 3. They get the rebound. And that's a foul called on Andre Bloch. That's his first foul for the Wizards. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bloch. And it's Ejuan Moore checking in for John Wall. Bradley passes to Lopez. Smith drives in. Here's George. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. George has got the lead up to 12 now for Washington.
You know, the Denver Nuggets had a ton of injuries last year. And it's hard to say exactly where this team could have ended up if they were able to stay healthy.
Smith outside. He feeds it to Moore. Back to Smith. There's a screen. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Stolen by Fareed. And Lopez throws it down.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about. As you said, Denver last year, injuries took their toll as 4 different players were shut down for the season.
Injuries at every team, Clark, as you said, but when you lose as many as Denver did, it's a bit different.
Yeah, it really is. And then you factor in having a first-year head coach, Brian Shaw, who I think is going to be outstanding, but injuries can take a toll on even the best of coaches.
Feeds to Bradley. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And Moore kicks to George. Smith outside. 4 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. No good. Bradley with some nice D. Knocks it loose. And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Martin comes in for Smith. And John Wall subbed in for Moore. Nobody near George. Humphrey sets a pick for George. And it's Wall in the corner. Humphrey. Shot's good. Humphreys has got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer, Lawson. Lopez dishes to Fareed. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fareed's got 7 points.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
Wall is green on Lawson. And George, here we go. Outside for Martin. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Boy, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
A shot by Lawson, wide open. Here's Fareed. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Humphrey sets a pick for Wall. In the corner, it's Martin. Humphreys the pass to Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Martin. Comes up empty down low. And there's a whistle. That goes on Cartier Martin. That is his first foul of the game. And Lawson with the drive. And that one's good. Lawson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's Evans. Can't get it to go. Wizards leading by 5. And Wall kicks to Martin. Now Humphreys inside. It's Martin on the wing. Wall attacking. It's George on the wing. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's 13 points for Paul George. Now, here is Lawson. He's got 7. Fareed a screen on Wall. Lawson dishes to Evans. Back to Lawson. And so that brings the first half to a close. Wizards out front. They lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
The second half just about to get going here.
Well, how about John Wall in this one? He's got 17 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Austin out there with Brent. Then there's Tyreke Evans. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Fareed in a power forward. And that's Evans penetrating. Lawson kicks to Bradley. From past the arc. He's hit again. And it's Evans missing.
Been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
Outside, George. The kick out to Wall. Moore outside. Pass to George. Dishes it to the Wall. This one for 3. And there's Paul George down the assist by Wall.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Denver calls timeout.
You have to wonder, as we've seen Paul George go from good to great and then from great to fantastic the last couple of seasons, what's his ceiling? I mean, with his size and skill set, there's very little that he can't do on the floor.
Washington making some changes. Andre Blatch, he's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Gordon comes in for Chris Humphries. And Smith subbed in for George. And then for Denver, Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Urebko comes in for Fareed. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Bradley. Evans kicks to Urebko. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Urebko's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, Clark, for Paul George, it's incredible to think that he was taken as late as he was in the draft, but as you said earlier, his ceiling is through the roof, and he's right up there with LeBron and KD as the best threes in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. Really nice to watch his development because he's made progress each year. It'll take an incredible amount of hard work for him to surpass either of those two in the grand scheme of things, but I wouldn't doubt anything when it comes to Paul George's ceiling. It's just going to be a matter of his commitment to the work and staying focused on realizing his tremendous God-given ability.
Out to the right wing. Moore passes to Blatch. Off target from outside.
And the offense continues to struggle. Just one make in their 5 attempts.
Moore again. It's Lawson. And the rejection by Blatch. And Wall kicks to Smith. And again, Washington no good.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Kicks to Fournier. There's the 3. Evans outside. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Moves back up. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Fournier. Smith outside. He kicks it